सबसे पहले तो स्पेशल थ्योरी ऑफ रिलेटिविटी का तो पिछला वीडियो था, उसमें हमने वेलोसिटी एडिशन फार्मूला तक बात करी थी। और बताया था कि अगर दो वेलोसिटीज़ हमें ऐड करनी है तो उसके लिए हमने आपको फार्मूला बताया था जो कि लॉरेंट्ज़ ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन से हम प्राप्त कर रहे थे। तो जो फार्मूला आया था कुछ इस तरीके से आया था। तो वेलोसिटी के ट्रांसफॉर्मेशंस हो रहे थे यू एक्स इज इक्वल्स टू यू एक्स प्राइम प्लस वी ओवर 1 प्लस वी बाई सी स्क्वायर यू एक्स प्राइम। Prime is the moving frame and without prime is the non-moving frame. Uy is equals to uy prime under root 1 minus v square by c square over 1 plus v by c square uy prime, and uz prime is equals to uz prime under root 1 minus v square by c square over 1 plus v by c square uz prime. Then the addition, if in a moving frame an object is moving with velocity ux, uy, uz, then in the moving frame which is moving with the velocity say v, it will be the velocities will be ux prime, uy prime, uz prime. But if my observer is in the prime frame, that is in the moving frame, then the stationary frame observation will be given by the inverse Lorentz transformation. These are my inverse Lorentz transformation. While you can write in terms of, if you want to write ux prime in terms of u, then you can easily replace v by minus v. So it will be ux minus v over 1 minus v by c square ux. Similarly and so on you can write. Okay, so this is the one of the thing that we want to see. Now the criticism of the velocity addition theorem is the moving particle whose refractive index is less than mu, refractive index is less than mu 1. So refractive index was basically c by v. If mu is less than 1, then v is greater than c. So some material particle has a refractive index of less than 1. So that can be explained if and only if we have that v is greater than c. So my velocity addition theorem fails there. Now that was countered by saying that although my wave velocity can be greater than c omega by k, but the group velocity which by d omega by dk can never exceed c. Second thing was, consider a long scale making an angle theta with x axis of a Cartesian coordinate system. Now scale is moving along x axis with the velocity v and along y axis v, then the point of intersection of the scale with the x axis will move with the velocity. With the y axis the velocity is v, with the x axis the velocity is u. So tan theta will be equal to v by u. You can write as y by x dy by dt dx by dt, because tan theta is equals to dy by dx. Divide both by dt, numerator and denominator. Dy by dt is v and dx by dt is u. So tan theta is equals to v by u. So u is equals to v by tan theta. My tan theta can exceed 1 because tan theta equal to 1 at 45 degree, and tan theta could go up to infinity also. At theta is equals to 90 degree, tan theta equal to infinity. So my u can have values which is greater than v. So if v equal to c, my u can be greater than c depending on the value of theta. So but this is a purely ये केवल एक ज्योमेट्रिकल कंसेप्ट है, फिजिकल वर्ल्ड में ऐसा कुछ भी देखने को नहीं मिला है। तीसरी चीज निकल के आई प्रोफेसर सुदर्शन ने कुछ पार्टिकल्स की खोज की जिन्हें कहा गया टेकायंस। सो इनका जो वेलोसिटी वो लाइट से जो है ज़्यादा थी, तो उसको एक्सप्लेन करने के लिए कहा गया कि इनका मास जो है इमेजिनरी है। मास का जो कंसेप्ट था, मास को इमेजिनरी कंसेप्ट दे दिया गया। सो ये कहा गया कि कोई भी ऐसा मटेरियल पार्टिकल नहीं है, हम ये अभी भी कह सकते हैं, कोई भी हमारा मटेरियल पार्टिकल नहीं है जिसकी वैक्यूम में स्पीड लाइट की स्पीड से ज़्यादा हो, जिसकी स्पीड c से ज़्यादा हो। अब आते हैं हम लोग ग्रुप लॉरेंट्ज ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन की एक बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट प्रॉपर्टी है, दैट इज अ ग्रुप प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ लॉरेंट्ज ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन। अगर मेरे तीन सिस्टम हैं एस प्राइम और एस डबल प्राइम, एस प्राइम चल रहा है विद रिस्पेक्ट टू एस विद वेलोसिटी v, समझिए इसे इस तरीके से, और एस डबल प्राइम चल रहा है विद रिस्पेक्ट टू एस प्राइम विद वेलोसिटी v प्राइम। एनी प्रॉब्लम? नो। ओके, सो then I can write the successive coordinates of any point in S. Suppose my coordinate in S frame is of a point is x, y, z. In S prime, the coordinates of the same frame can be given by the Lorentz transformation. X prime is equals to x minus vt over under root 1 minus beta square, where beta is equals to v by c. Y prime is equals to y, z prime is equals to z, because we have not taken any velocity along y and z directions, and t prime is equals to t minus vx by c square by under root 1 minus beta square. Now similarly, if I want to see the transformation of x prime, z prime, y prime, z prime from a point of view of observer who is standing in S double prime, the coordinates which x double prime can be written as, I can write it as x prime minus v prime t prime over under root 1 minus beta prime square. I think I am clear. Y double prime is equals to y prime, z double prime is equals to z prime, and t double prime is equals to t prime minus v prime x prime by c square over under root 1 minus beta prime square. What I have done, मैंने क्या किया है, सिंपल लॉरेंट्ज ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन लगाया है, कंसीडरिंग दिस एज द स्टेशनरी फ्रेम एंड दिस एज द मूविंग फ्रेम with a velocity v prime, because this s prime is moving with a velocity v prime with respect to this frame. So v prime is the velocity of this frame, considering this as a stationary frame. Now I can write now from the velocity addition formula. So velocity, these are the addition of two velocities. Now the velocity of this frame with respect to the stationary frame, I can write, simply add these two velocities. So it will be v plus v prime over 1 plus v prime by c square. This will be v double prime. So if I consider with respect to this frame, I can write x double prime is equals to x minus v prime double prime t over under root 1 minus beta square, y double prime is equals to y, z double prime is equals to z, t double prime is equals to t minus vx by c square by under root 1 minus beta square. I think I am clear. So beta double prime you have to write here. Beta double prime v double prime by c, where v double prime holds this value v plus v prime over 1 plus v prime by c square. नाउ आई हैव, मेरे को मिल गए हैं तीनों के ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन। अब मैं क्या करूंगा, ये जो मेरी क्वांटिटी है 1 माइनस बीटा प्राइम होल स्क्वायर, इस क्वांटिटी में मैं इंटरेस्टेड हूं। इसको मैं 1 माइनस वी प्राइम स्क्वायर बाय सी स्क्वायर, इसको मैं लिख सकता हूं वी प्राइम की वैल्यू, वी डबल प्राइम की वैल्यू मैं यहां से लिख दूंगा। तो ये हो जाएगा 1 माइनस वी प्लस वी प्राइम, तो 1 बाय सी स्क्वायर आया, 1 प्लस वी प्राइम ओवर सी स्क्वायर का होल स्क्वायर। Then c square cancels and it gives us 1 minus 1 by c square v plus v prime का whole square over c square over 1 plus v prime by c square का whole square. I think I am clear. Okay. Now what we will do, we will simply take LCM. Okay. So take LCM. So it gives us c square will be like this. So it will be 1 plus v prime by c square का whole square minus v by c plus v prime by c का होल स्क्वायर ओवर 1 प्लस v prime by c स्क्वायर का होल स्क्वायर. Now simply what I have to do now, I have to open it up. Now opening it up, 1 plus 2v prime by c square plus v square v prime square by c to the power 4 minus v square by c square minus v prime square by c square and plus 2v prime by c square. I hope I am clear. So it cancels and 1 plus v prime by c square का whole square. Now what I can write from here, take it from here 1 minus v square by c square, and you can take v prime square by c square common minus v prime square by c square 1 minus v square by c square. So 1 plus v prime by c square का whole square. This is what I am getting. So it will be now 1 minus ये हो जाएगा v square by c square and 1 minus v prime square by c square over 1 plus v prime by c square का whole square. This is what I am getting. This was 1 minus beta prime square, beta double prime square. This is 1 minus beta square. This is 1 minus beta prime square. This is 1 plus v prime by c square का whole square. This is what I, but what I need is square root of this quantity. मुझे इस क्वांटिटी का स्क्वायर रूट चाहिए. ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन में दोनों जगह मेरा स्क्वायर रूट है, तो मुझे इस क्वांटिटी का स्क्वायर रूट चाहिए. तो स्क्वायर रूट अगर मैं लिखूंगा तो मेरा हो जाएगा, स्क्वायर रूट लिखा तो मेरा हो गया आपका सिंपली हो जाएगा अंडर रूट 1 माइनस बीटा डबल प्राइम स्क्वायर इज इक्वल्स टू अंडर रूट 1 माइनस बीटा स्क्वायर अंडर रूट 1 माइनस बीटा प्राइम स्क्वायर ओवर 1 प्लस v prime by c square. I have taken square root, but I need reciprocal of this quantity. 1 over under root 1 minus beta double prime square is equals to 1 plus v prime by c square 1 minus beta square, 1 minus beta prime square. This gives me this thing, this thing. Now what I will do, I will simply put this what I have obtained, I will simply put my result and t double prime will be there. Okay, no single prime. Okay, so this I have obtained. Now x prime, x double prime from this equation, x prime minus v prime t prime over under root 1 minus beta prime square. So simply what we will do, we will know that simply I have to put the Lorentz now x prime transformation I know, I will put that. T prime transformation I know, I will put that. So 1 over under root 1 minus beta prime square, this is a constant, ये तो एक constant है, तो x minus vt minus v prime t minus vx by c square over under root 1 minus beta square. Okay, so 1 minus beta square will also go outside. So it will be x minus vt minus v prime t plus v prime by c square. Okay, now if I am going to write, so it will be equal to 1 over under root 1 minus beta prime square under root 1 minus beta prime square. So it will be x. So take common v prime by c square. I have taken common, so it will be x minus v plus v prime over 1 plus v prime by c square and t. What is this? This is t double, this is v double prime. So I have written as this quantity as 1 minus, as I have proved already, 1 minus beta double prime square x minus v double prime t. So this is the Lorentz transformation. ये Lorentz transformation है s double prime frame का with respect to s plane. Now y double prime and y, from these two equation, y double prime is equals to y prime is equals to y, that वो चीज़ें चेंज नहीं हो रही हैं, तो हम फिर टाइम के ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन में आएंगे. t डबल प्राइम इज इक्वल्स टू t प्राइम माइनस v प्राइम x प्राइम बाय c स्क्वायर ओवर अंडर रूट 1 माइनस बीटा प्राइम स्क्वायर. सो सिंपली आई विल पुट now I will put the transformation for t prime and x prime. T prime transformation was t minus vx by c square by under root 1 minus beta square minus v prime x minus vt over under root 1 minus beta square. I think I am clear by now. So it will be if I am going, अगर मैं इसको दोबारा देखना चालू करूं उसी एंगल से, तो ये जो मेरा निकल के आएगा कुछ इस तरीके से होगा. सो t 1 plus v dash 1 plus v dash or plus x x 1 plus v dash t 1 plus v dash, this t minus vx by c square minus v prime, I have put like this, minus v prime x prime by c square, v prime by c square, this becomes, and this will be v x by c square v plus v prime. Okay, and this comes as, okay, now what we can do is divide both sides by take 1 plus v prime by c square common, 1 minus beta square, 1 minus beta prime square. So if I do that, that will be t minus x by c square v plus v prime 1 plus v prime by c square. 1 plus v plus v prime 1 plus v prime by c square, as we know by velocity addition formula से वो मेरी क्वांटिटी क्या है, v double prime. So I can write this as 1 minus beta double prime whole square t minus x by c square v double prime square. So this gives my transformation of the frame moving s double prime frame which I have considered, जो मैंने s double prime frame consider किया है with respect to the stationary frame, which is again a Lorentz transformation. So I can say that two successive Lorentz transformation, दो लगातार अगर हम Lorentz transformation करेंगे, will give rise to another Lorentz transformation. This is called as the group property of Lorentz transformation. Very, very important. So Lorentz transformation has a group property. The result of two successive Lorentz transformation is again a Lorentz transformation. We already know the velocity addition formula. So law of composition of velocity, according to that, us is equal to ux prime plus v over under 1 plus v ux prime by c square. Uy is equals to uy prime under root 1 minus beta square over 1 plus v ux prime by c square. Uz prime is equals to uz prime and 1 minus beta square or 1 plus v ux prime by c square. These are my velocity composition formulas when the motion of the moving frame is only along the x-axis for the sake of simplicity. Now using these things, I want to calculate the acceleration formula. So acceleration formula, my purpose is to calculate the acceleration formula. So for that I want to calculate dux, that is infinitesimal change in ux. So for that what I will do, I will simply differentiate this quantity, differentiate this entire quantity. So differentiating this entire quantity will give me, v is a constant, so dux prime, okay, and 1 plus v ux prime using the quotient rule minus ux plus v by c square over 1 plus वी यू एक्स प्राइम बाय सी स्क्वायर का होल स्क्वायर. I think I am clear by now. So what I will do now, v du x prime. Now everything that is containing du x prime 1 plus v. So everything that is containing du x prime, that is u x prime. So what I will do, I will simply टू इट जो भी क्वांटिटी कटती है उसे हम काट देंगे और जो बचेगा न्यूमरेटर में उसे रख देंगे. देन डी यू एक्स प्राइम प्लस वी बाई सी स्क्वायर यू एक्स प्राइम डी यू एक्स प्राइम माइनस यू एक्स वी बाई सी स्क्वायर यू एक्स प्राइम, राइट, यू एक्स प्राइम डी यू एक्स प्राइम प्लस वी minus v square by c square dux prime. So it's cancels. So it is dux prime 1 minus v square by c square over 1 plus v by c square ux prime का whole square. That is dux. That is infinitesimal change in u. Similarly, I can write duy. Duy will be duy prime under root 1 minus beta square 1 plus v by c square ux prime minus v by u square dux prime uy prime 1 minus beta square. So it comes out as duy is equals to under root 1 minus beta square 1 plus v by c square ux prime duy prime minus v by c square uy prime dux prime, and again duz is equals to similarly 1 minus beta square 1 plus v by c square ux prime duz prime minus v by c square uz prime du x prime over 1 plus v by c square ux prime का whole square, and t is equals to t prime plus vx prime by c square 1 minus beta square. So if I want to calculate dt is equals to dt prime plus v by c square dx prime over under root 1 minus beta square. So dt by dt prime is equals to 1 plus v by c square ux prime under root 1 minus beta square. So these are few formulas which I have got. Dux in terms of dux prime, dy in terms of dy prime and dux prime, and dt in terms of dt prime that I have obtained. So for my using these differentials I can obtain dux prime by dt prime, that is my acceleration in the moving frame in the x direction. I have to calculate dux by dt. Using dux by dt formula what I have obtained, so I will need dux by dt. So dux by dt divided, so dux by dt I will get 1 minus v square by c square, this is dux prime by dt prime by dt over 1 plus v by c square ux prime का whole square. Now dt prime by dt can be written as reciprocal of this quantity. So 1 minus v square by c square, this is ux prime and this is reciprocal of this. So it will be under root 1 minus beta square over 1 plus v ux prime by whole c square whole cube. So it will be So it will be 1 minus beta square to the power 3 by 2 over 1 minus 1 plus v ux prime by c square का whole cube. This is acceleration. Right, if you know ux and you want to prime ux prime by t prime in the moving frame, then simply what you have to do, replace v by minus v. So this we have done. Now if I want to calculate Fy, then what we will do, we will come to this formula. This divide by dt by dt prime by dt prime by dt. So if I take the result of the final formula, this will be Fy 1 minus beta square Fy prime over 1 plus v by u square ux prime का whole square minus v by u square uy prime fx prime by 1 plus v by c square ux prime का whole cube. This is your transverse acceleration I am getting. Fz will be similar, 1 minus beta square, y will be replaced by z only. Fz prime 1 plus v by c square ux prime minus v by c square uz prime fx prime over 1 plus v by c square ux prime का whole cube. This is how, using the simple velocity addition formula, you can obtain the acceleration in the stationary frame with respect to acceleration in the moving frame. And if we replace v by minus v, I can get fx prime, fy prime, fz prime in terms of fx, fy, fz. So this is the technique which we use. If suppose, consider the particle which under consideration is relative. Suppose the particle in S prime frame is at rest, then ux prime is equals to 0, uy prime is equals to 0, uz prime is equals to 0. In that case, the acceleration will be, if in one frame the particle is at rest, then second frame the particle need not be at rest. So the acceleration of the particle will be 1 minus beta square to the power 3 by 2, and fy 1 minus beta square fy prime, fz prime 1 minus beta square fz prime. So unlike the Galilean transformation, the acceleration becomes relative. Okay, so ux prime, uy prime, uz prime is 0, but the acceleration is now becoming relative in nature due to relativity in space and time. The acceleration is becoming relative in nature because it is coming from the simple velocity addition formulae. Now I am moving towards the new concept which is called as the aberration. Aberration of light was discovered by Bradley in 1927. So it is useful to determine the velocity of Earth when you know the velocity of light. So according to the theory of aberration, which was given by Bradley, all the stars except which are present at the zenith, that is directly overhead, move in an directly overhead, which move in elliptical orbit with a period of exactly 1 year, while those in the zenith move in a circular orbit. All the stars except at the zenith, that is directly overhead, move in the elliptical orbit, while those stars at the zenith move in circular orbit. So there is a seasonal change in position of a star is obtained. The speed of light is independent of the medium, but the direction of light ray depend on the motion of the source emitting light relative to the observer. The earth revolves around the sun in its orbit, therefore we imagine sun to be the system S, earth is S prime. But technically speaking, a sun is also not an inertial frame of reference, because it keeps rotating around the Milky Way, although its time period is much larger than the earth. So relative to earth, we can consider sun as a stationary frame, while S prime is considered, that is earth is considered to be the moving frame. Now let us consider a star which is giving its light. Okay, now the star appear at any instant in two systems at position phi and phi prime. Suppose in two position I have an observer. It makes an angle phi and phi prime. So if any particle in this frame S has velocity u, then I can write in three components. मैं तीन components में लिख सकता हूँ किसी भी velocity को, ux I unit vector plus uy j unit vector plus uz k unit vector. Likewise in S prime frame also I can write u prime is equals to ux prime I unit vector plus uy prime j unit vector plus uz prime k unit vector, while I, j, k are unit vectors along those directions. Now dashes represent the velocities in the reference frame which is moving, and unprimed quantity मेरे represent करेंगे जिसमें कोई dash नहीं है, वो represent करेंगे मेरी quantity which are in stationary frame. Now I will use the Lorentz transformation. So Lorentz transformation states for a moving frame x prime can be written as x minus vt by under root 1 minus beta square, y prime is equals to y, z prime is equals to z, t prime is equals to t minus vx by c square by under root 1 minus beta square. This I have written with the help of simple Lorentz transformation. Now what I can do further is note infinitesimal change in this x prime, y prime, z prime and t prime. Using this I can write dx prime is equals to dx minus v dt over under root 1 minus beta square, y prime is equals to y, z prime is equals to z, t prime is equals to dt minus v dx over c square under root 1 minus beta square. I want to calculate now the velocity in the moving frame with respect to moving velocity in the stationary frame. मतलब moving frame में जो velocity है उसको मैं calculate करना चाह रहा हूँ जो stationary frame में velocity है उसके respect में. तो I want to calculate ux prime which is equals to dx prime by dt prime in terms of dx by dt. So what I will do, I will जो मैंने लॉरेंट्स ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन लिखा था इनफाइनेटेसिमल चेंज इन x dx प्राइम, उसको मैं dt प्राइम से, ये मेरा 1 है, a b c d, ये है मेरा 2 a b c d. सो 2a को 2d से मैं डिवाइड कर दूंगा. 2a को 2d से मैंने डिवाइड किया तो dx प्राइम बाई dt प्राइम ये मेरा निकल के आया dx माइनस v dt बाय अंडर रूट 1 माइनस बीटा स्क्वायर बाय dt माइनस v dx बाय अंडर रूट 1 माइनस बीटा स्क्वायर. 1 माइनस बीटा स्क्वायर 1 माइनस बीटा स्क्वायर v dx बाय c स्क्वायर. 1 minus beta square 1 minus beta square goes cancels, and what we get is dx minus v dt over dx dt minus v dx by c square. Divide both numerator and denominator by t, so we get ux minus v over 1 minus v ux by c square. So this is simple velocity addition formula. Where what I have obtained by simply putting v by minus v, I can obtain this formula. So likewise, uy prime is equals to uy under root 1 minus beta square 1 minus v by c square ux. Now starlight travelling in xy plane with velocity c, since it is travelling in this component, so it will make an angle along the positive direction of angle. Its velocity will be c cos phi, pi plus phi, and c cos pi plus phi prime in two frame. It will be equal to ux, it will be equal to ux prime. And similarly, uy will be equal to, this is going down, so it will be uy will be equal to c sin pi plus phi, and uy prime is equals to c sin pi plus phi prime. Now you know, though आप जानते हैं all silver teacup, so c cos plus phi, these all will be negative. C cos phi minus c cos phi prime minus c sin phi minus c sin phi prime. Now we have calculated the velocities. So ux, I want to calculate uy by ux. First I want to calculate uy prime by ux prime. I want to calculate uy prime by ux prime. Uy prime by ux prime will give me, if I take this, uy equal to tan phi prime. So noting this value, definitely I can get uy prime by ux prime. Similarly, I will get from here. So it will be ux prime, I can write ux minus v, uy under root 1 minus beta square 1 minus v by c square ux over ux minus v 1 minus v by c square ux. This cancels. So I get uy under root 1 minus beta square over ux minus v. This is equals to tan phi prime. So I can easily see that if I put tan phi prime, you simply put uy is equals to minus c sin phi, and this you put c minus c cos phi. So what I will be getting, so c sin phi minus 1 minus beta square minus c cos phi minus v. Okay. Now minus, so it comes tan phi prime is equals to, it will be c divide by c, so it will be 1 and v by c, and divide by cos and 1 by cos. So it will be tan phi 1 minus beta square and minus cancels 1 plus beta sec phi. So we have calculated phi primes in terms of phi, right. If you want to calculate phi in terms of phi prime, then what will be the result? You have to simply write write the inverse of this equation using v instead of minus v. So that will be tan phi prime, tan phi is equals to tan phi prime under root 1 minus beta square 1 minus beta sec phi prime. This gives me the result. Now, instead of light coming from the star, now, so what is there? The tan phi and tan phi prime, these things are depending on the velocity v. This is depending on v. These are not independent. So, as the position changes, as the position velocity of the moving frame changes, my light seems to be coming from a different point. As my angle is changing, so my light is appearing to be coming from altogether a different point for my observer, which is on star. Earth. S prime is Earth, S is Sun. So phi for same phi for different values of v, for different values of v, for same value of phi, for different values of v, I will have different values of phi prime using this. So this will cause an aberration. This will cause an uncertainty in the position of the star. Now, assume another thing. Now, instead of light coming to the star, I assume that I have sent light from Earth. I have sent light from Earth to a point P at an angle phi prime. With the x prime axis. An observer is here in this frame, stationary frame. Observer is somewhere in the stationary frame. So ux is equals to c cos phi, ux prime is equals to c cos phi prime, uy is equals to uc sin phi, and uy prime is equals to c sin phi prime. So you can easily see the result now. So simply substitute these values uy prime by ux prime, and you will get uy prime by ux prime, you will get tan phi prime. So you will be uy by ux, uy by ux minus v under root 1 minus beta square. So tan phi prime, tan phi beta square 1 minus beta sec phi. Therefore, the direction of light rays depend on the relative motion and source and observer. Whether we are sending a light signal or whether the light is coming from the star, it will depend on the relative motion of source and the observer. It will not be absolute. So as a result, the aberration takes place. So this quantity, the equation, this quantity tan phi is equals to tan phi prime under root 1 minus, and tan phi prime is equals to tan phi under root 1 minus beta under root 1 minus beta square 1 plus and 1 plus beta sec phi. These are called as the exact relativistic aberration formula. Now I want to obtain the classical formula for aberration from relativistic formula. So what I will do now, I will simply approximate. I will simply approximate all the quantities and neglect all the terms which जिसके में भी v स्क्वायर या c स्क्वायर v स्क्वायर बाई c स्क्वायर या हायर पावर्स होंगी, मैं सारी की सारी वो सारी टर्म्स नेग्लेक्ट कर दूंगा. तो tan phi prime is equals to under root 1 minus beta square, tan phi will be there of course, and 1 minus v by c cos phi to the power minus 1. Simply what we will do, apply binomial theorem. So here 1 minus v square by c square to the power half, 1 minus v by c cos phi to the power minus 1. Apply binomial theorem in both brackets and neglect all the terms which have an order of v square by c square or higher. So here only one term will survive, 1, and rest all will go. This will equal to 1, and here 1 plus v by c cos phi. This will be my approximate formula. Now let us put, I want to know how much is the deviation. So let us put phi prime is equals to phi plus delta phi. Here delta phi shows me the deviation. So if I want to know delta phi is my deviation, so tan phi plus delta phi, simply put from here, tan phi plus v by c sin phi by cos phi ka whole square. Now what we will do? We will take this here, tan phi plus delta phi minus tan phi. This is tan A minus tan B. So tan A minus tan B, or 1 plus tan A tan B. So it will be tan delta phi 1 plus tan phi plus delta phi tan delta phi tan phi. Tan phi cos square phi v by c sin phi by cos phi ka whole square. Now this quantity is actually equal to only tan phi. Because delta phi is very small, I can take delta phi plus delta phi to be approximately equal to phi only. So 1 plus tan phi square is equals to cos phi square. So I can easily write, and tan delta phi is approximately equal to delta phi only. So delta phi equal to v by c sin phi. So maximum value of aberration takes place when maximum value of aberration will be this mod. This mod is 1. So delta phi mod equal to v by c. This is the maximum value of aberration that is possible for a given velocity. So this is regarding the aberration and my acceleration and group property of Lorentz transformation. Thank you.